What's going on, guys? All right, so I'm here at Concept Auto Salon in Thornhill or Markham, and I'm fully equipped today. I've got my sign maker tools, yellow tools / yellow tools. Sign maker tools is Canada, yellow tools is US. All this stuff comes from Germany, pretty much the same company. They've given me a whole bunch of stuff to try out and work with. So I'm just going to talk about a couple of products that I have going on right here, right now. I've got a pouch handy. I've never had one. Going to see how it works, if it gets in my way, or if I can work with this on my side. I also have their version of a snitty. This is called a bodyguard, and what you can do is you can actually slit the backing paper without cutting the vinyl, which is really handy. It's pretty nice, and you can also use it to cut the vinyl straight down with the backing paper and all. So depending on what you want to do, I'll show you guys how to use this when it comes to doing a slit down the backing paper, so that we can kind of hinge one section of a hood or a panel at a time. On top of that, I've got probably my favorite tool here ever, and it came in really handy since I am working on this Tesla right now. This is called a Gecko patch. Now this car is not magnetic, right? This is probably an aluminum body. I can't take a magnet and stick it to it, okay? It's gonna fall. I'll just let it fall. You can see it's gonna fall. But this patch sticks. This patch, you can wash it, you can reuse it as many times as you want, never wears out. It doesn't have any adhesive on the back, so you can see it doesn't stick to my hand, but it sticks to shiny surfaces like that. Glass, I think, as well. Apparently it doesn't stick to matte surfaces, so if you're doing a matte wrap, I guess, and you'd be kind of SOL on that one. But yeah, this sticks, even partially it sticks. On top of that, this has a piece of, I guess, a magnet or just a piece of metal right in the middle. So with that piece of metal, I can stick my magnet to it. Super handy, guys. Thank you for this tool. This tool is amazing. I can't wait to use a few more of these because it's gonna make my life a lot easier. So instead of taking the film and laying it out and taping it off in sections, making sure that it's holding to the car, I don't have to do that anymore. I just take this, boom, done. Amazing. So I'm excited to use this right now. I'm going to use this right now. I'm also going to show you another tool that they've given me. Another handy tool. This is a vinyl roll clip. So apparently these never lose shape. Instead of, see how it just kind of unrolls? Instead of taking tape and masking it every time, you just grab one of these bad boys, stick it on, boom, done. Like a second. Great tool. They gave me like 5 of each of these or something. There's some smaller ones and some of these large ones. And apparently, sorry, like I was saying, apparently if they lose shape, you can just put them inside the core and they'll go back to normal overnight. So if they start to lose shape over time, they go right back to normal. Pretty interesting stuff. Anyways, I'm excited to do this, guys. I'm going to show you how this Gecko patch works right now. We'll try not to trip over my cord. Oh, I also have their tape measure on me, which is a handy little tape measure because it bends. So it's completely bendable. So I did use that to measure the height of front and rear bumpers because I'm cutting those out right now. So I know that I need 118 inches long. 116 was probably enough, actually. That's longer than the rear bumper. The rear bumper is longer than the front bumper, and the rear bumper is also shorter. So it's only about 18 inches max. I could get away with like 16. The front bumper is like 28. Gonna want to go around 30 for that. And yeah, so pretty much that's it, guys. I'm going to take this right now. I'm going to stick this. Hopefully this patch holds on tight. That's all I got to say. I kind of wish I had 2 just for safe measure, but you know, we got 1. So I'm going to stick it on there really good and see. Okay, so the magnet's not pulling it off, which is perfect. That's kind of what you want. If the magnet the magnet's not pulling it off, then it's not going to pull off with the vinyl or anything like that. So it should be good. Let's take our 118. I'm actually going to go 116 because I'm going to end up stretching the vinyl anyways. Amazing. This is amazing. This makes my life beyond easier. So I got to be careful because I don't want to pull it off. This is how I usually do my cuts, guys. So I roll out the vinyl on the car, make sure the surface is nice and clean. Especially if you're doing this alone, it can be a bit tricky. Just going to take my time. I have my other measuring tape on the floor here so I know exactly how long to cut. You can't see it in the video. All right, so one magnet is not holding. Just slid down a little bit. I could use 2. The vinyl will get heavy, that's why. So let's see. Could probably use 2 magnets. The magnet slid. It wasn't even the patch. It was just the magnet. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. So I'm gonna grab another magnet and try and see if I can get 2 magnets on top of that one. Oh, I got a magnet right here. All right. So let's see if I can kind of stick 2 on here and see how that goes. Maybe that'll help. Hopefully. Otherwise, I'm kind of in the same predicament. You know what? I'm just gonna peel the backing paper off a bit for safe measure and stick it right there. All right. So I'm going 1/16-ish. You can see it kind of sliding down a little bit. There goes one magnet. Do not want it to fall, especially right now. It's going to pick up a lot of dust. So I'm about there anyways right now. Let's see how my length is looking. Is that gonna hold? Yeah, it's just more so because I'm pulling on it. I could use probably like at least 1 more. 2 more would be ideal. Especially when you're drawing out a large section like this. All right, so let's check to see. I got 118. 118 is a little bit further, so I'm gonna come and roll the vinyl out a tad and around the mirror. And then I'm just gonna estimate what I have. I know I'll have enough. Oh, it's falling down. Wow, this blade just cut it and I didn't even do anything yet. This is a pretty sharp blade. All right, so yes, now that I'm on this side, I could use another Gecko patch because I'm kind of in a predicament where, let's just get the roll out of the way. I'm gonna hold this against the car. I'm in a predicament where, see how handy that is? I don't know if you guys could see that in the video or not. So I'm in a predicament where I can't actually get the vinyl to stick to the car on this end, which is going to cause trouble when I want to cut. So I'm going to, like when I want to cut this film halfway, right? So I want to cut this film, well, I want to cut the bottom for the rear bumper about 18 inches. So I'm just going to have to end up peeling the backing off and sticking it to the window. No choice. So again, you're going to want probably a couple of these things, but a very handy tool. All right, let's do the 118. Sorry, 18. It's right there. That's just gonna be for the rear bumper, and the rest will be for the front. And I can actually trim off some for the front as well because I can use it for like the pillars and stuff. All right, so 118 right there. Gotta get used to having a pouch on me. I'm not used to it. So I'm just gonna take this again, roll it off, stick it to the car. I'm going to, wow, this glides. That's the smoothest cut ever. I feel like there's no resistance. I don't know what blades they're using inside that one. It doesn't say. It just came with a blade. But yeah, so I'm gonna take this Gecko patch. I'm gonna put the Gecko patch right here. See how many you need? You're gonna want like 5 of these things for sure. All right, cool. I'm gonna hold the vinyl against the car with my body. This is how we're cutting on a panel that's not magnetic, right guys? So I know that this blade glides a little bit smoother than most because it is Teflon coated. Well, the actual contraption is Teflon coated. So the actual body guard is Teflon coated, which is nice. All right, so for the front, I know that I don't really need this amount. This is way too much film. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut off some more of this, all right? I'm gonna cut off some from the bottom, so I'm gonna move this up a little bit. Cool. And I know that 30 is good, but I'll go like 31 just in case. Let's go like 31, and then I have enough for the pillars, or one pillar at least, because the pillars are separate on this car. All right, so right about there, I'll run it right down the Avery Dennison logo. I am using Avery Dennison Gloss Pearl White for this car. So what I can do with this piece is just roll it as I go. Damn, that's smooth. Way nicer than a Snitty, guys. Like, honestly, I don't know how much this thing costs, but if it's like 30 bucks or 40 or 50 bucks or whatever, I mean, like, that's totally worth it. Just don't lose it. I think it's magnetic also, I'm not sure. Oh. All right, let's stop there for a second. See what happens when you don't have magnets? I'm relying on the vinyl to stick. I just put a corner there, but you know, it's only gonna hold so much. So let's go this side. I'm just gonna finish this off right now. Cool, let's get that off the ground. Don't want the vinyl touching the ground because you're gonna pick up dirt, contaminants, dirt, debris, that kind of stuff. If it touches the ground, just make sure you wipe it off a little bit. I know the end here touched the ground, so just gonna, yeah, it's good. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of this, use that again for the top pieces. And I got front and rear bumper done. Let's take one of the bumpers and roll it up. I'm gonna take the front bumper and roll it up right now. I'm not gonna do anything with it. I'm gonna do the front bumper after the, what's up? Hey, Aaron's here, guys. Aaron, say hello to everyone. You tired? I'm doing a video, buddy. Yeah. Your son's here? It's bring your kid to work day, huh? Yeah, let's get this out of the way, guys. So Aaron was part of the workshop over the weekend and did a great job. He's got his certificate. Got your certificate?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Looks nice.
I send it to your email so you can print it off, or I can print it off for you actually, so. Cool?
Cool.
So the smaller clips you can use for these rolls. So these smaller rolls here, I don't have one handy on me right now. I'll have to disconnect the mic to get one, but yeah, you can use them for those rolls. All right, got my rear bumper cut. So that's it, guys. I wanted to show you that Gecko patch, and there's a couple of Maseratis in here today. That Gecko patch and what it does, amazing product, wicked. I need like 5 more of these guys, so please send them over because they're amazing. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video about this little demonstration on the bodyguard, the Gecko patch, and what else did we use today? Oh yeah, the roll clip. So I'm not sure what the roll clip has a specific name on it. Maybe it says on it. No, but they're all, honestly, these guys, go on their website, signmakertools.ca, and check it out. There's tons and tons of stuff. They said they only sent me like 0.5% of what they have, and I just got a nice box full of stuff, as you saw. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Take care.